Hello and welcome to episode 121 of Oatmeal Breakfast Plays a Video Game. The least watched show on the internet. I don't have any data to back that up, because I have not checked my numbers. Why bother? On today's episode, if you guessed that I solve another ksudoku puzzle, you are right. I solved today's ksudoku puzzle in 11 minutes and 22 seconds. If I could solve a ksudoku puzzle in a minute, I could solve 11 ksudoku puzzles in 11 minutes. So maybe I can't solve a ksudoku puzzle that fast. What am I going to talk about today? Yesterday I read a Science Alert article about fruit trees being grown from 2,000-year-old seeds. I was amazed. I never thought that seeds could remain viable for that long. The seeds were carbon dated from 1800 to over 2,000 years old. Reading about the seeds made me think that I am glad that it was not myself who had to grow them. I would have sleepless nights. I would not want to screw up seeds that are that old. What if I did something that ruined the seeds, and none of them sprouted? The Science Alert article said that the scientists soaked 33 seeds in water. One was damaged, so it was thrown out. Of the 32 that were planted, 6 came up. Seeing plants from seeds that old must be like looking into the past. The Judean date was thought to be lost. I am glad that it's not. Seeds are amazing. I mean 2,000-year-old seeds, sprouting, and growing plants. It's hard to believe. If I had not read it, I would have never thought it. I can't remember if I have ever eaten dates. I am sure they are tasty. I think it would be fun to be a date farmer, even though they take a lot of work. They have to be hand-pollinated. And even in the distant past they had to be hand-pollinated. It had something to do with the male and female flowers not blooming at the same time. I am not sure exactly. I learned something amazing. I learn something new every day. I hope. What else am I going to talk about? It's Pharo time. I have not written any of my own Pharo code this year, so I have got to get to coding. Yesterday I said I did an internet search and found out what iceberg did. And I admitted that I had no idea what doctor test does. I will have to look it up. The next item in the Pharo tools list is spotter. I believe that the spotter lets me search for classes, methods. I have not used the spotter except to use it when I am reading a book about Pharo. Does that make sense? I need to use the Pharo tools a lot more, that is for sure. There is so much I want to learn about Pharo. I am not going to learn all that I want to learn about Pharo if I just sit here and say that I want to learn. I have put in the effort. That is all I have to say about Pharo today. NASCAR Heat Pro League is having tryouts for Charlotte. I think that is what they are called, tryouts. I can imagine myself sitting in front of a steering wheel and pedals at my feet. Driving in NASCAR Heat 4. The way I drive, I am sure I would hit the wall on the track over and over and over again. I would never give up. I am sure if I played the game a lot I would get better. I am sure I imagine myself a NASCAR Heat star. I can see myself in championship walking out on stage to take my seat in front of the driving wheel and pedals. I would be so popular that I could barely make it to my seat. I would be signing autographs. Even one would want to know me. I watched some video of the NASCAR Heat Pro League Championships. It's not called a tryout. It's Season 2 qualifier. So where was I? The players could use a controller or a wheel. It's one player preference. I never did too good in driving games with a controller, so I am sure I would choose to use a wheel and pedals. I wonder how long it would take me to get good at NASCAR Heat. The pros must practice for hours. I read a book about optic gaming, and I think it said they practice 10 hours a day. What game did optic gaming play? Call of Duty. And they may also compete for other games. I doubt I could play Call of Duty as a pro. I could try. To me, being a NASCAR Heat Pro player would be more exciting than driving real race cars. If I crash in NASCAR Heat, I don't get injured, and maybe have to go to the hospital. And I don't want to drive a real race car. Well, I would, if it would make me better at a video game. Using a wheel to play NASCAR Heat would feel more like a real car to me. In a car you are sitting in a chair looking out windows. It's the same thing on a computer. Sitting in a chair and looking into a window. The racing video games look a lot better now than they did on NES, Sega Genesis when I was growing up. I wonder if I would like playing NASCAR Heat with VR goggles instead of looking at a computer screen. I think I would like both the goggles and the usual way of playing the game. I used to think that I would never like the PlayStation VR headset, but I think I might like it. I hope I try it someday, so that is probably enough talk about NASCAR Heat 4 for today. What else am I going to talk about? Let's see, I have talked about 2,000-year-old seeds, Pharaoh, and NASCAR Heat Pro League on today's episode. What else do I want to talk about today? How about ethical hacking? I have read a few pages of Web Hacking 101, but I read it for a few days in a row, and then forget about it. I am not going to learn how to be an ethical hacker if I don't learn about ethical hacking every day. Just writing that about ethical hacking made me think of Microsoft's new bug bounty program for Xbox. How great would that be to find a bug in a piece of software? Right now I think that I will never find a bug in a piece of software. That has got to be a thrill. To be able to make a pieces of software safer for people to use. I have got to become an ethical hacker. I don't think I will ever be able to be one. So that is why I am going to become an ethical hacker. I like learning about computer security. At least a little. I think ethical hacking is more than sitting in front of a computer. It's also people skills. Getting into the mind of a hacker to figure out what they might want to do. If I learned about ethical hacking every day, how could I not get better at ethical hacking? There is so many things to learn. I don't know how I am going to learn it all. What else am I going to talk about? About a year ago I read Remember It by Nessun Delis, which I thought was fascinating. But I have not practiced the memory techniques since I finished reading the book, and I wanted to improve my memory. I am sure it will help me a lot if I can improve my memory. Or it might be cool to show off my memory. I want to have the best memory I can. Sometimes it takes me a while to get to things I want to do, but it seems to me that eventually I get around to do what I want to do. And having a great memory is one of the things I want to have. I don't know that I ever want to be a memory champion, but who knows? What else am I going to talk about? I am sure I have more room to fill up. I have got to play NBA 2K. I want to play as my favorite team. I want to play an entire 82-game season. I want to go for a championship. The last NBA game I played was NBA Live 2003. Or was it 2004? I have never played a college basketball video game. I have never been much of a college basketball fan. I am sure I would enjoy playing a college basketball video game though. I have written enough. I hope you are having a great day. I hope you come back here tomorrow. Have a great day. Good night.